You were the quiet Don Jazzy, the guy who was mysterious and an enigma behind the scenes. How did you now become the Don Jazzy who dances? The Don Jazzy who posts on social media, the Don Jazzy who regrants people's stuff. Talk me through it.
Yeah, I had to adapt.
You currently have 2 of the top 10 most in-demand artists out of Africa. That's not guesswork. That's not luck. That is, there has to be a science about it. Tell me, Don, what makes a song or an artist go viral?
It is multiple factors. It's not just one thing. You can have a great song, and if it's not marketed properly, it won't work. At the same time, you can spend a lot of money or do a lot of marketing on a song that if people don't really like it, they don't really like it anyways. Somebody has the formula to have a big hit song. But then the artists themselves also, it contributes. Like if you want to do more than the artist, it doesn't really work. It's not enough to just have a vision.
One of the proofs that one is, in my opinion, truly successful is that they can replicate the success in some other not so favorable circumstances, which was one where you found yourself. And so you had to start with Mavin. Not too long after, you began to give us record after record. I was doing my IT at Nigeria Insurance in 2014 during the holidays, entering to my final year at university, and I was hearing Doro fine. It got to a point, the thing was etched in my subconscious. It was amazing and it was great and amazing. So I want to ask you a question. Having learned some lessons from the Mo Hits issues, the debacle, many of the issues that you had that caused the split, what did you have to change in your style of leadership or administratively to ensure that there will be no repeat in Mavin Records? Apart from the fact that, it's now fully your stuff and you were trying to bet stuff. But what other things did you have to do, leadership-wise?
Okay. So, first things first, man proposes, God disposes. You can make you can put all the checks and balances in place at the same time. If God saying everything will happen, be that. So I say that to say that now in maybe we had to make sure, like at this point now, it was more structured in the sense that from the get-go, there are better contracts put in place.
You became more of a CEO now.
Yeah, that's it. So there are contracts put in place, and then we were now taking it more like a business. Before, to be honest, we were not really taking it like a business. Almost all of us in the record industry at the time were cruising. We were pretty much just making music, collecting money from shows, and that's how it was back then, even in Mo Hits. It wasn't properly structured. So at this time, we decided to do that, make sure that everything was in writing, in paper from the beginning, and then just more organized. My lawyers, they used to say that my contracts they're drafts, in the sense that I like to work with people that want to work with me. So my contract literally before used to say that if you wake up in the morning and you feel like you want to lead,
no way.
Yeah. My contract used to have that. My lawyers would be like, huh? How do you do that? But I just felt like I want to be in a place where the people that are here want to be there, and they believe in what I have to offer or what I bring to the table. I say the table. Yeah. So they believe in what I bring to the table, and vice versa. I believe in what you bring to the table as well. That's why we're doing it. But if at some point you now believe that the thing that I bring to the table is not that important, my brother, my sister.
You were the quiet Don Jazzy, the guy who was mysterious and an enigma behind the scenes. How did you now become the Don Jazzy who dances? The Don Jazzy who posts on social media, the Don Jazzy who regrants people's stuff. Talk me through it.
Yeah, I had to adapt. First off, my being on social media first was actually because of Twitter. If they started from Instagram, I probably would not have been on social media, to be honest, because I'm shy.
With Twitter, you can hide behind keyboard.
Thank you. Exactly. So normally in front of cameras, I'm very shy. So immediately I saw there was a way for me to actually communicate my thoughts and then also be able to have one-on-one conversations with people that you are making music for. Like just that feedback loop. For some reason, some people don't really like it, but I actually liked it. On Twitter, I was like, yo, there's no way I wouldn't have been able to communicate this thing if you leave me to go and talk about it anyway. So I might as well just be typing away. So it was Twitter first. And then I saw that, we can tell them, we're releasing a song here. We're releasing a song. As opposed to, we're going to radio, or we need to go and put billboards and this one.
And the media has been centralized.
Yeah, so I was like, it's a no-brainer. I was telling people that if we are coming from the era where we used to carry poster and put EBA on gum, to go and gum on the other bridge and the street wall and things, to say that album out on Friday, and you now see where you can hold your phone and type it to say that album out, and the somebody in London will see it. They don't need to drive past the under bridge to see that. Come on.
You currently have 2 of the top 10 most in-demand artists out of Africa.
Mm-hmm.
That's not guesswork. That's not luck. There has to be a science about it. Tell me, Don, what makes a song or an artist go viral?
It's multiple factors. It's not just one thing. You can have a great song, and if it's not marketed properly, it won't work. At the same time, you can spend a lot of money or do a lot of marketing on a song that if people don't really like it, they don't really like it anyways. It's not easy to. Nobody has somebody has the formula to have a big hit song. You can have songs.
It's never really.
It's never a
there are
given.
things you can do behind the scenes to at least improve your chances of. I'm not talking about viral. Maybe that kind of seems like something that you just blow and calm down. Okay, let me put it this way: what does it take for an artist to build the right systems that ensure they thrive, not just to be a one-hit wonder, but build a persona? You guys plucked. I have to use the word pluck. Okay, obviously, not against that will, but you guys handpicked a young Aya star at probably the age of 18, if I'm not mistaken. And you've turned that into a global superstar. I know you won't take credit for that because you're being typically humble. But look, if success has been proven to be very replicable, we have to ask the person, what do you do?
It's not just me. We'll do like you see. That's like I said. It's plenty boxes to tick. We'll tick all the ones that we can tick. That collectively, all of us individually, you bring money.
How much?
You bring money. You bring the staff, the people that are going to. The marketing team, the research team, the PR team, there's different people that go to work on the era itself. But then the artists themselves also, it contributes. Like you have to, if you want it more than the artist, it doesn't really work. But if the artist knows what they want, and they put body. How am I going to explain this thing now? They put body. You have to. It's not enough to just have a vision. That's I want to be. I want to be this. You have to. There's some people that they have the vision first. They've gone ahead to go and research what it will take. Okay, if you say I want to be like Michael Jackson, that's your dream, your vision. When you have to go and take pains to go and research why was Michael Jackson? What did Michael Jackson do to get to become Michael Jackson? And things
so you demand self you demand determination from your team.
Yes.
Sorry, from the artist.
From the artists, they have to know already what it takes to get that dream that they want to get first in the first place, because you can't just throw it.
You can't want it more.
I can't want it more than you at all.
If you were to give me a range, how much does it cost to activate and launch a new Mavin talent?
At the moment, about minimum $100,000, or then to $100,000 to $300,000 in that bracket.
So you mean it costs an average of 150 million
for at least that your first project.
500 million for the first project.
Oh, okay, naira.
Wow. I'm talking naira. Yes, I'm talking naira.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, so Don, thank you very much for that transparency. My penultimate question. I want to put it this way, and perhaps maybe much later we'll ask you in camera. Do you have an idea how successful you have become?
They tell me.
What keeps you grounded?
Different things. My background, my upbringing, I wasn't always like this. The God that gave it, you can go. I see people that have been there and they don't have it today. So all that and more, it keeps me grounded. I'm also very, very. I'm very hungry for more. That have anything to do with money. Like, it actually gives me joy just seeing that, this artist was unknown and tomorrow the artist is known. This artist was unknown and tomorrow the artist is known.
So your joy stems not just from
it's not
the monetary gain.
And people in our tax bracket, it's not really.
Yes.
It's not really money that.
Please God, people within our tax bracket. That our
it gets to
think is me and you.
It gets to a point that it's not really the money that
absolutely
that
drives you. Thank you very much. I want to ask you a final question, and this question it's going to be a 2-in-1 question, and I'd like if you could just respond any way you can. The first is, if it were music, all you have been doing. And that's on one hand. And secondly, in chasing success to becoming this musical tycoon, I'll put it that way, what part of yourself did you almost lose?
Almost lose?
Yes.
What would I have done first?
Yeah.
What would I have done apart from music? You would have been in the music industry still, maybe manage. It's still the same thing. Money, or now I'll probably be an influencer.